Embrace Masculinity. That's the title of the book. And I think that even though what you're describing is, uphill, there is a wide recognition that something has gone wrong, right? The boys know it, the men know it, the women know it, they both know it. And if I think to myself, why would women be such fervent advocates of abortion? It seems to me that one reason for that, quite likely, is that they feel like, guess what? My boyfriend or the guy who produced this kid is not going to be around to raise it. So I can't count on some guy to do that. And conversely, the guy in the picture is basically saying, guess what? It wasn't my choice to have this child. We have abortion being legal. If the woman chooses to have the child, well, that's her choice. I wasn't consulted. I don't get parental rights unless the woman says so. And so this is a complete breakdown in which both sides, in a sense, are incentivized to produce, I think, destructive behavior because neither can kind of count on the other.
Yeah, without a doubt, we have desecrated what marriage is. We've made it this sort of like, oh, get married, it's a legal thing. It doesn't really have much of a purpose other than, you get to file taxes differently. And if you want, maybe have some kids when you're in your 30s and 40s, like who really cares? Marriage is a sacred matrimony. You cannot get divorced. If we make marriage serious again in this country, if we bring this country back to a standard of morality that is higher than what we currently have, people will begin to take it more seriously. First, the abortion laws need to be redacted. Abortion needs to be fully abolished. Second, though, we need to force men to stay. Because like you touched on, these men are going, well, I don't really have a say in the kids. So we need to make it that the men and the women must work together in this, as opposed to pitting them against each other. Because right now, men are avoiding marriage because the court system favors women. Men get married. They provide financial security, stability, all of these things. Women are providing nurturing, love, sex, things like that. And then they get divorced and the women don't have to provide that anymore. But if they have kids, the men still have to provide everything that they did when they were married. So guys are afraid of marriage wholeheartedly. A lot of young men are afraid of marriage because the courts are stacked against them. But if we take marriage seriously, if we bring ourselves back to this standard of morality where marriage is more than just a contract between two people to live together and maybe have a kid for a time being, we make marriage this union where two people are working together to get the other to heaven, those people will stay together. Studies show that couples that pray together every single day have a 99% chance of success in a marriage. 99%. That's statistically pretty much as good as you can get because nothing's ever going to be perfect. And so we need to bring back the morality in marriage if we want this country to succeed, because right now we are close to the brink of collapse with everything going on, with how society is drifting away. People are fighting more and more and more every single day. We need to bring morality back into the conversation, which a lot of people are afraid to do.